Hi, Tim Armstrong with Armstrong Farm, and today we're looking at some of our oddball fruits. We're sitting beside our hugel bed right now, and this particular hugel bed has got different plants. A lot of the plants are for feeding the our forage crop plants for the rabbits and the bunnies at the farm, but this particular plant here is one of our berry crops, and this is Sherbert Berry. Sherbert Berry, or falsa, is a berry that tastes a little bit like sherbet, and what I've been doing with them is putting them in my water bottles, and even the older berries that have started to dry up a little bit still do good. And I've been putting the lid back on the bottle and shaking it up. It seems like about a half a dozen berries seem to do pretty good in there. It is a subtropical plant, and so and what it does with the water, it seems to give it a clean, refreshing taste. It doesn't impart a heavy taste to the water. I find it nice and clean and refreshing. The thing I like about this plant is that the native birds and animals don't seem to know what it is and don't seem to be too attracted to it. So unlike blueberries and mulberries and some other berries, this plant hasn't been hit very hard by our native population, and it has a lot of berries on it. This thing was been covered for berries. Interestingly, they stay on the plant for months. They're white like this for months and months, and then they finally start turning, and they're not turning all at once, which is kind of fun and gives you an opportunity to have a little bit of berries along and along. There's another, and this is planted as kind of an understory crop for my big bamboo that's behind me, and another understory crop that's right beside it, and another oddball edible plant is the Dwarf Barbados Cherry. And although it doesn't have cherries on it right now, it will in a month or so, and you can see the young blooms on there. It's got beautiful little pink blooms. And sometimes the blooms get so heavy it looks like a crepe myrtle. We're going to look at one more plant in this little hugel bed that is another kind of oddball edible, and it's on the other end of the hugel bed, and that's my guava area. So now we're on the other end of the hugel bed, and this is the guava end of our bed. This has got pink lemon guava, and they're coming into fruit right now, but haven't gotten ripened yet. I have been picking some strawberry guavas. I've also have a cattleya, a pink cattleya. They'll get a little soft when they get ripe. This one's not quite ripe yet, but it's pretty close. It's going to turn yellow like that and get soft, and then in the inside is your guava fruit. Nice and sweet and tangy, tasty. Makes a good jelly. Has some seeds in it. You have to strain them out. This is the pineapple guava. Pineapple guava does have a fruit. This particular one has a wonderful edible flower, and I use this a lot in tropical salads. This is the main thing I use the pineapple guava for. And then, so the next guava that we're looking at is the Mexican guava, and this guava has been here about 3 years. It's survived a few winters without any serious protection. The fruit on it is a little bit bigger, which is a kind of a nice, these aren't quite full grown yet, and this is a nice fruit and seems to be doing pretty well in the area. Here's a nice clump underneath here with 3 or 4 fruits on the same limb. So these are just some marginal edibles that you can grow in the North Florida area, particularly in south-facing walls and warmer sides of your property. On everybody's property, you've got little microclimates that you can take advantage of, and that's what you should do with warm weather plants like this. The bananas, the guavas, even the cherries. We also have Barbados cherry, Suriname cherry, the Dwarf Barbados that we looked at earlier, standard Barbados, and cherry of the Rio Grande. So all those are different kinds of tropical cherries that you could try to grow in the North Florida area, and we've had good success with at this farm. Thanks for joining this segment.